Fast and furious this session. Hugo from Rythm. Sorry?
I'm Quentin.
Quentin from Rythm. From Rythm.
So hello everybody, my name is Quentin Soulet and I'm the co-founder and chief science officer of Rythm. So Rythm is a startup that developed Dreem, the first active wearable that increase the quality of sleep. So our journey began a bit less than 2 years ago when Hugo and I were students at the other polytechnic school, the one in Paris. And we met with Stéphane and Michel, who are scientists in the Brain and Spine Institute of Paris. And we wanted to bring our skills in computer science and algorithm to their knowledge in neurobiology to adapt to their field of study, which was sleep stimulation. So sleep has become a global health epidemic, according to the CDC in the USA, and its cost, direct and indirect, has been estimated only for the US between $40 and $60 billion per year. We all know the consequences in short term, but we also have consequences in long term of poor sleep, like obesity, high blood pressure, or neurologic disorders like Alzheimer's or Parkinson. In the field of sleep, neuroscience can help. And over the past years, we have seen some articles about brain stimulation to induce deep sleep. So this was published in famous reviews like Neuron or Nature, and was about audio or magnetic stimulation. So to understand how it works, we have to go inside the brain. And so you have billions of neurons which make thousands of connections, and each time they make a connection, we have a small amount of current. This current can sum up and make a signal that is visible from the outside, which is the electroencephalogram. And so this is characteristic of the synchronization of the neuron in the cortex. We can see in this signal some patterns, some brain pattern, like concentration, relaxation, or sleepiness. So when it comes to sleep, sleep is divided in different stages of sleep, and each stage of sleep has a different brain activity, but has also a different physiological activity. And we focus on deep sleep. So deep sleep is a phase when lots of major physiological activities occurs, like memory consolidation, cellular regeneration, or hormone release. This is also characterized by these big slow waves that you see on the screen, which are characteristic of a highly synchronized activity. What we do is we are going to make some short audio stimulation synchronized with brain activity to induce this synchronization and to induce slow wave, so to induce deep sleep. You have to know that during a night you only have 1 hour and a half of deep sleep, and so by inducing you can increase health or cognitive performances at the awakening. So one big issue was to go from these lab results to the real life and to consumer market. So we need to build a product that was at the same time comfortable, design, and easy to use. And I must admit that our first attempt was a failure. So this is Mathieu, he's our head of algorithm, and he hates that I show this picture, so he never missed an occasion. And by the way, I'm very proud to announce you and to show you our first product, which is the Dreem headband. So the Dreem headband acquires the brain activity, and it analyzes it in real time. It is able to detect and predict specific brain patterns and to make audio stimulation with a very short delay. We are very proud to announce that we have built the first active sleep wearable that increase the quality of sleep, and we have also embedded inside a smart alarm clock, a feature to reduce the sleep onset with audio conditioning, and sleep monitoring and smart advice. When it comes to technology, it's embedded a mini computer on the top arch. The dry sensors are made with conductive polymers filled with carbon nanotubes, and the sound is triggered by bone conduction device. This is small vibration, an acoustic wave that goes from your bones to your ear. The same effect when you speak with figure in your ear. You still can hear your voice because it goes from your vocal cords to the inner ears. And beyond this technology, I'm very proud to show you my team. They are the brightest and most amazing people I've met so far. We are a team of 50 people, 40 in Paris and 10 in San Francisco. And to finance this, we have raised, in a bit less than 2 years, $11 million and won international awards. Problem slide. We are going to commercialize a limited edition of 500 units. So these units have been offered in pre-order for 2 months, and we now have 4,500 applications, and we are going to select 500 users among them. We also have over 100 media release, And this beta program will start next month with the shipping of the beta product and will end early 2020 with the shipping of the market version. But we don't want to stop here. That's why we are partnering with major actors to develop tools and features based on our knowledge on brain activity and sleep. And we have also partners with leading research centers because we truly believe in the link between neuroscience and technology. And we think that it can solve much more issues than the sleep, and it can change the way millions of people live in the field of education or health or well-being. Thank you very much.
Quentin, thank you very much indeed. Now over to the jury. You have about 5 minutes of questions, please. Thank you.
Want to get started?
That's great. I mean, nice product. You've talked about both B2B and B2C markets at the same time. Is there a sequencing of how you want to address these markets? Where do you go first?
Yeah, of course. So our main market is B2C. We want to develop a device that touches most people. The B2B market are more R&D programs, so it helps us to develop our technology. And it's also a way of making good marketing. So I'm not supposed to say it, but it's always good to have partner with leading center.
So we'll come to the maybe technology question, but interestingly, if you launching a hardware consumer business, Fitbit, Jawbone, they've spent hundreds of millions of dollars to get to this space, right? What's your perspective? You've raised quite a bit of money given you're hardly 2 years old. Is it enough to address the market size?
Well, it's never enough. So we are quite different. Fitbit and the activity tracker say that they make you sleep better, but actually they are passive device, and the measuring that they do is quite poor because it's only acceleration. So we are a very different device, and we are probably not going to. Well, Fitbit is a great company, and we're not going to sell much devices.
You never know. Huh? So just to not interrupt you, so is this a uni-product company? Is there something that you have as a portfolio versus ties into your exit strategy? What are your plans, maybe?
So we are a neurotechnology company, and we want to develop device that link neuroscience and technology. So this one is our first device. We want to evolve in the field of sleep, so there will be several devices in the field of sleep. We are also considering medical application, for example, the treatment of chronic diseases or the automatic detection of sleep troubles. But for now, that's just perspective.
Yeah, that's a whole new market. Yeah. So technology again. So passive sensors, dry sensors. The IP is around the sensors or the ADC chip. What is it about?
I'm sorry, I didn't get your question. So the sensors are dry sensors?
No, the IP.
Yeah,
your novelty, because EEG you can't really patent, right? So what are you patenting?
EEG is not patented. So we have about 20 patents in very different fields. So that goes from sensors. Lots of them are in the stimulation process, but also the way the device communicates on the electronics and the mechanics. We have a long line of patents around 10.
So these are granted patents, pending, they're filed?
The company is just 2 years old, so it can be granted patents. Sorry?
Nice. Awesome.
Submitted patents.
Pending, yeah.
Yeah, pending patents, yeah, indeed.
Fantastic. I'm done.
Okay, maybe, maybe I don't need that just after the organization of the Brain Farm. I think I'll sleep very well. But more generally, who would benefit most? And do you have clinical studies or some validation of really what segment of the population, where would it serve? Is my wife going to ask me to wear one, or is it more like after gaming sessions? Is there a clinical validation was my question. And I'm sorry, maybe.
So several points. So we have about 1,500 nights that we have done with prototype inside the company. And this can't be published results because this nights made inside the company. We are going to make clinical trials by September, so we could communicate on the result back by then. The other question was who would benefit from this technology? So we don't target necessarily people who have severe insomnia. We target everybody to increase the quality of sleep and increase performance on cognitive performance or well-being.
It's a gentleman dog.
Stop the questions now. Time's run out for this part of the competition. Thank you very much indeed, jury.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for that presentation. Very good.